and welcome to my channel. I'd like to say welcome to all the new subscribers, and I'd like to say hello to all my friends that have been here for a while. My name is Penny and I'm coming to you today from Northern Ontario, Canada. The first thing I'd like to talk about is what I'm wearing. This is my Nastasia scarf and I will link it in the description box below. This is a pattern from the Crochet Nurse and it is for a pink ribbon because October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And it's important that we all do our self-checks and go for our regular scheduled mammograms. She asked us if we made the pins to show them and to make sure that we put the word out there to do your mammogram. Even during COVID, you need to do your mammogram. The next thing I crocheted was a pink glittery pumpkin. I have made pink glittery pumpkins in the past. Some are in a box of decorations for our pink tea. Usually I participate in a fundraiser for breast cancer awareness in October, but we didn't have it this year, but I still made a pink sparkly pumpkin. It will make it to the decoration box if I can get it in there before my granddaughter comes to visit, because the last couple of pink sparkly pumpkins are living in her toy box. So no pattern for that. Just my own work in your back loops, regular pumpkin. Because it's coming to the end of October and we're hoping to still have a Remembrance Day service, it's outside at a cenotaph, so I made some poppies. In Canada, the Legion produces poppies and sells them, so to make a poppy and sell it would be wrong. I didn't want to make any red poppies because I had missed out on the Niagara Falls. They were having a call for poppies for the museum down there. The poppies have gone up. It looks amazing. I'll put a link to that in the description box too, because it's quite an undertaking. I think there's 25,000 poppies or something involved there. So I made some purple ones because that signifies remembrance of the animals of war. And with the service dog and stuff, I think it's important that we thank the animals that do the work for us. Like if you think about police dogs and stuff like that, they can get hurt, and there's bomb sniffing dogs and all kinds of stuff like that. So we should remember their contribution as well, not just the human sacrifices. So I played around with a few different patterns. One of them is the Crazy Poppy Ladies. One is Corner of Crafts. And I can't remember the name of this lady. I will put the 3 links to the poppy in the description boxes as well. I only made 3 of them because there are 3 members of our group that participate with the Remembrance Day service that are animal-oriented people. And I thought it'd be a nice special thing for them, and I haven't seen them in a while, so I didn't have a chance to give them pink ribbons. Excuse me. The next thing I managed to make this month was a couple of hats. It is getting colder. We got some snow up here. It hasn't stayed yet, which is a good thing. And this is just the No Name beanie. It was put out by the Canadian Crocheter. It's front post beanie, and I've done a couple of rows, I think 3 rows of camel stitch around the bottom to give it a bit of a brim. And the next hat I made is from Rich Textured Crochet. I really like the way this pattern worked up. I have an end, sorry. I have one end to sew in that I forgot to. I will link the pattern for this hat also in the description box. This was one my daughter found and sent to me, but it is a Rich Textured Crochet pattern. I will find the link and put it in the description box. None of these except for this were new balls of wool. This is Bernat Premium Sparkle yarn, and it's I think called Pink Lemonade. And the next thing I made was using Shimmering Shawl, loops and thread. I don't have the ball band. It's in my stack of ball bands to be counted though. It's a nice, beautiful blue colorway. This is just a corner to corner. Very simple stitch. I struggled with this yarn. I'm not sure if it's the metallic part of it or what, but it does not frog very well, and it's difficult. I would work with it again if it had a colorway that I just absolutely had to have. The next thing I've made is a couple of children's lanyards. They're masked lanyards. This is my own pattern. I just put lobster claws on the lobster clips on the ends. It's just 3 single crochets back and forth, and then the black thing in the middle is the break apart for safety. I install these in the children lanyards because I don't want anyone getting, hung up and not being able to get out of it. So my granddaughter lost hers, and she put in a request yesterday when she was here, and she wanted sparkly yarn ones because sparkly yarn was out and about, and I think that's why she wanted the sparkly yarn. The next thing I managed to make was this little fella. I've named him Boo. Such an original name. It's a blossom crochet pattern. I will link it in the description box below. It's just a quick little make. I did try safety eyes in them, but my safety eyes kept pulling out, so those are French knot eyes. But other than that, I did follow her tutorial. I like the shape of him. He's cute, and he's going to be going to a grandchild for Halloween. I'm not sure if the trick-or-treating is going to happen here or not. I've heard yes and I've heard no. I have candy ready if kids come along. I bagged it up. It's been bagged up for a few days now. I plan on using rubber gloves when I'm passing it out, and if kids show up, at least it's not been handled recently, so that 72-hour time frame that everything needs to be sitting untouched seems to be the safe thing to do. So that's what my thought was when I bagged it up. The next thing I made was, because my grandchildren will be trick-or-treating me, I made a few of these little monster bags. There's no pattern for this. They're my own design. However they worked out. I just chained 12 or 14 and worked in both sides of the loop, and then didn't increase and worked it up like a bag, sort of like my soap sacks, only just a little bit bigger. And these will be holding treats and little gifts for Halloween for the grandchildren. This guy's teeth is a little bit weird, but they're teeth. Sorry about that. When I was editing, I realized that I had forgot to show you my bookmarks. This is, I believe it's Jada and Stitch's sunflower that I have attached to a chain with a leaf on the end. I have been gathering up a few things. I'm not sure if I'm going to ship or not, but if not, I can definitely send them around to seniors in my area. And this is a Bob Wilson tutorial for a bookmark. To the bottom of these bookmarks, I added my own little tiny baby granny square so that they have something to hold them in both ends of the book. But I just thought I would show you those. Hopefully it doesn't make you sick. My big finish of the month was a few years ago. I seen Heart Sprinkle on YouTube doing a crochet along, and I didn't have the time to do it. I joined her Facebook group and I got the chart because I was after my smiley face incidents, and I did my I did my Just Feel Festive shawl. I was feeling kind of, and one of the squares on our bingo card this month was create something that inspires your passion. And I had all the rainbow color for this blanket. So I just started working on it. I did enjoy this crochet chart, and it's a granddaughter gift. I don't know how much of it you can see, but there it is. I will insert a picture of it on the table. It's going to be a birthday gift if I can keep it till her birthday. Her birthday's not until December, so that's going to be almost 2 whole months for me to wait. It's hard. She's my sparkly yarn, and she's my crochet grandchild. She loves everything I crochet. She wants everything I crochet. But it's not just a case of getting something from grandma. It's she feels the crochet. I constantly, if she's watching TV and there's a crocheted blanket, she's got her hand on it, feeling it. If it's just a normal, throw that's not crochet, it's just like one of those fiber, whatever they're called, fleece. If it's a fleece one, she's not petting it. But if it's a crocheted one, she's constantly petting it, playing with it, putting her fingers through the holes. Like she likes the crochet. So this is what I made her for her birthday. I made a Pokemon blanket for her brother a couple years ago for Christmas. And ever since I made that blanket, she's wanted one. And it has really actually sparked my passion. I work with the program Stitch Fiddler. Lots of people have trouble with it. I don't really seem to, so I can see myself doing a couple more corner to corners, hopefully before Christmas. I have a couple of patterns I've, worked into graphs, and hopefully this weekend I'll get the yarn for the one and get started on it. And that's all of my finished objects. So works in progress. I've just about finished my granny square throw for hospice. It's I think I got 2 squares left to sew on, and then I need to edge it and it's done. So that will be ready to go. And I started Jada and Stitches fan stitch baby blanket. I absolutely adore this stitch. I can foresee some more sweaters in my future. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video, and if you get a chance, I hope you get to play with a little bit of yarn.